So hello again, this is Camilo Bolivar. I'm from Multimedia Engineering and I'm doing the second video just for the last part of the presentation of the whole tax fair. So let's go ahead. In this part I select obviously something different from the last part. It is the coffee immersion. This is something that I touch in my activity because I consider that coffee is something that is part of our history right now, and it's something that describes as a culture, as a Colombian people, and as a country, basically. So, coffee immersion from bean to cup. So, a full cultural experience that makes every sip even better. So, in my blog, I talk about the triangle coffee, the coffee triangle, and basically you can't really experience the magic of coffee until you go to the coffee triangle. I'm not just talking about the great coffee, I'm talking about the whole trip, the whole experience of the coffee here in Colombia. So the first part is gonna be the coffee farm. So if you have the possibility to go to a coffee farm, you must be grateful about that because it's where the coffee that you drink every morning is coming from. So we were lucky to visit a local finca or a local country house where workers were passionate and dedicated to their craft, and a place where every plant tells a story. So we have the generations of coffee growing traditions in front of your eyes, as I was saying. So roads, plants, breathing terrain. So you're gonna have a beautiful landscape there with a excellent weather and passionate workers, dedicated artisans behind every bean. So yeah, well, second, picking the perfect cherry or the perfect coffee bean. So wax the rose, hand picky cherries, and do the perfect selection. Basically, here from the bean to the perfect cup. So first, obviously planting. So seeds planted in rich soil, hand-picked red cherries, processing, pulping, and fermentation, roasting, and brewing. The, here we have the perfect coffee cup. I apologize. I was speaking in Spanish in a moment. I apologize. So a sip worth the journey. So all this work, all this effort to have just maybe 2 or 3 cups of coffee in your table. So it's something that we must be really grateful about. And here, full cultural experience, local connections, meeting, learning, understanding. So, meeting and learning from passionate Colombian farmers who have dedicated their lives to coffee cultivation. Awesome, that's incredible. Deep knowledge, understanding the science, tradition, and artists behind one of the world's most beloved beverage or drinks, basically, and nature inversion. So let's remember that this whole uh, presentation about the last one and this one is about a plan, let's say maybe cultural plan for young people and obviously for Colombian people as well. So nature inversion, walk through lush green landscapes, in my opinion, is not the best thing to walk just inside the coffee plant because this might maybe damage the plant. So just see and do the walk around the plant, but not in the whole um, coffee plants that you're gonna have there. Just to have that in mind, please. And a transformative taste because if you're participating in this whole process, you're gonna have the coffee in your hands and you're gonna be conscious what process did the coffee went through, and you as a farmer, let's say, to have that coffee in your hands and taste that coffee. Okay, so in here as before in the last, I did like basically a plan. If someone's of maybe USA or another country wants to come here and know and learn some more about the coffee. So yeah, I have here. It is better to visit maybe between October, February, about because of the coffee is gonna be beautiful, you know, just to see that. Wear comfortable shoes, yeah, basically that. So yeah, every sip tells a story. So I just wanted to conscious our viewers about the nature here in Colombia, our history, about the last video, let's say Waltz Bomb, and the coffee here, because sometimes people just drink coffee, just have a food in their hands or in the table, and they are not conscious about where the food is coming from, or where the coffee is coming from, what process do that coffee have, so why that coffee has the value that it has. Basically, I mean, when the coffee is being growing in a high altitude, it is um, more expensive. But why? So this is why I touch this topic, and because also I have coffee family. Let's say I have farmer family. I actually have a country house in where we plant coffee. So that's also another reason why I touch this topic of coffee. So that will be it. Thank you so much again for the opportunity. And that's all.